Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new video from Inside Interpreting. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. We all know I'm Jonathan Downey. This is Inside Interpreting. I can do better than that. You can do better than that. In this quick video, I wanted to go through some ideas on how not to do a talk. I speak here both as someone who's had to interpret hundreds of talks and someone who's done probably a few hundred talks in my life as well. And rule number one, the most fundamental, is never read off a script. It does a couple of things. It disconnects you with your audience because you can't physically see them, and it completely destroys your intonation. Your ability to make a positive impact and to build memories, as I mentioned in a video that I will link to in the notes to this video, gets destroyed as soon as you have this block of something in front of you. Yes, I know there are occasions where it seems necessary to have a script. There are some things that have to be done formally, and that's perfectly understandable. There are also some times where your team might tell you, you really should use a teleprompter, or we want to get this just right. But very few people can actually read a scripted speech well. For most people, it just destroys any sense of connection or intonation or naturalness whatsoever. And the people who can do it well know their stuff so well that arguably they don't need the script anyway. That comes to the second point, and that is that if you really want to mess up your speech, make it about you rather than about the audience. Yes, there are some people who are so high profile that people turn up just to hear them say anything, and that's great. But the likelihood is, if you're watching this, that might not necessarily be you. Yeah, see, this is the problem. It becomes awkward. Because those who enjoy public speaking tend to be those who enjoy attention, and if you're anything like me, you can easily make the mistake that all of the attention and adulation is about you, and so your speech should make you look great. And then you leave the stage and the feedback comes in, I think so-and-so's lost their way. They weren't as good as last year. They seemed a little bit distant and aloof this time. Yeah, I've heard it too. More than once. Public speaking isn't about how great you are or how fantastic you are, but it's about how well you can connect to your audience and help them feel what you want them to feel. Public speaking is not about transferring information from your head to someone else's, but about making memories. People learn when they remember. You can't learn without remembering. And you tend to remember things better when someone's connected to you and brought an emotion to the fore, and it's easier to connect with people whom you know. So if you want to mess up your speech, don't bother doing any research on your audience whatsoever. If you want to get it right, it's worthwhile taking some time and designing your speech around the needs of your audience, rather than what would make you feel so great. The third way to mess up your speech is precisely to think that you're just transferring knowledge out of your brain to someone else's. So the best thing to do is to cram as much knowledge into the talk as you can. This is especially common in academic talks and talks from experts who want everyone to know everything that they learned. Now, here's a piece of advice. If it took you 2 years to learn something, it's highly unlikely that you'll be able to squeeze all of that information into 5 minutes or 15 or 20. Again, if your talk is being built around the audience, if your talk is being built around making memories and connecting, then it makes sense to eliminate anything that's irrelevant for the particular audience to whom you're talking. Keep just the bits that matter for them, not the bits that you're most fond of, not the bits that you think get the best laughs, but the parts of your talk that are most relevant to that audience, and it will be much, much better. They might not need to know the story from 1987 if it's not at all relevant to them. I hope this has helped, and I hope this will help you deliver better talks. I have a public speaking coaching course, which will be linked to in the description of this video. This is Jonathan Downey, and this is Inside Interpreting.